Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Larry. How you doing today? Hope you're enjoying the weather. Hope it's getting better for you out there. So this week we're going to talk about options. I've had people ask me about them. There have been some stories swirling around about options, and people have just been generally curious about what is an option. And I've seen some videos that go into it in a very technical sense, and y'all know me, plain English, clear, simple, as easy as can be so that anybody can understand it. So when you think about an option, if you hear the term, if you're at the dinner table, you just ask everybody, what's an option? They're probably not going to realize you're talking about money unless you develop the pattern of asking them. When you hear option, your first thought is, well, it's a choice, which honestly isn't very far from the truth. Well, it is an option is a choice. Well, when we're talking about financing an option as far as like an options contract, it is a choice. But with everything in finance, if you want a choice, it ain't free. But you know what is free? Gently tapping the like button. See, Grandma likes to say everybody to smash the like button. The like button's not real. There is no like button. But you do have a keyboard. You do have a mouse. And I don't want you destroying your stuff, so just gently touch the like button, for the YouTube algorithm. It helps me out a whole lot, so I can keep doing this and keep on with these videos and make things in plain English. So enough of that. Let's get back to what an option is. Now, if you want the technical definition, per one of my favorite sites, Investopedia, options are financial instruments that are derivatives based on the value of an underlying security such as stocks. An option contract offers the buyer the opportunity to buy or sell depending upon the type of contract they hold, the underlying assets. All right, so we had a whole lot of words in there that kind of sound like bank jargon, derivative, underlying asset, things of that nature. Long and short, an option is a choice. That's it. Just like when you hear the word option, you're not talking about money. It's like option A, option B, have a choice. That's what an option is. It's a choice. But with finance, you're paying for the choice. So what is an option in, let's call it plain English or Larry speak? An option is when you pay for the choice to do what you want to do. That's it. That's what we break it down. It's that simple. When you're hearing of an option, it's really shorthand speak for an options contract. See, an options contract, we're just going to keep calling them options just for ease of use and for conversational purposes. An options contract is when you pay somebody for the choice to do what you want to do. It's really that simple. Like, that's all an option is paying for the choice to do what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it, and at a price you want to do it at. If you're paying for this option, it's like, all right, well, what do you mean? Well, think about it this way. An option means that you can buy whatever you want or sell whatever you want at whatever price you want. Seems too good to be true? That's exactly what it is. When you have an options contract, you're paying for the option to do what you want to do. So if you say, I want to buy Google for $40, technically you can have an options contract for that. Now remember, it's a contract. This means between you and someone else. So you say, I want to buy Google for $40. Someone has to be willing to sell it to you for $40. That's why it's called an options contract. It's a contract between you and someone else. Now who that is, who knows? Who cares? We can get into like the whole who's on the other side of it. That'll be another video further down the line, because when you have an options contract, it's you and someone else. So if you want to look at an options contract or an option, the options contract, because we're really kind of going to the contract part of it, so you understand exactly what it is that you're getting into. If you want to buy something or sell something at whatever price you want, it's a contract. It's a really simple contract. This contract has 5 parts. Just 5, only 5 parts. 5 very simple, easy to go over parts. Those parts include the underlying security. That's basically what do you want the option on? Do you want it on Google? You want it on Apple? You want it on Amazon? When I say underlying security, what do you want? I'm gonna take all these jargonous terms like this just out of nowhere. I don't even know if jargonous is a word. All these words that people don't normally use unless they work on Wall Street, and I'm gonna break them into plain English so anybody would understand, whether it's grandma or if it's a kid in elementary school. Underlying asset, what do you want? Then past that, it's going to be directional type, or the type of contract. Now this is going to be it's going to be there as a put or a call. All that means is you want to buy it, you want to sell it. That's it. So we got underlying asset, which is what you want. We have the type of contract, put or sellers, what do you want to do? The next part of the contract is the strike price. How much you want to do it for. That's it. So you hear all these terms that don't seem to make any sense, but you gotta, I'm gonna translate them from Wall Street to dinner table. Then you have the last two are expiration date and premium. Expiration date, how long you have to make this choice. So if you have a contract that expires in 6 months, you got 6 months to decide if you want to exercise, that's bank dragon, for you want to do it or not. And then there's the premium. I say premium for last because this is the one part of it where you don't have any control. Well, you do have control, but you kind of don't. So your 5 parts of your options contract are the underlying security. What do you want? It's the type of contract, put or call. What do you want to do? The strike price. At what number do you want to do it at? How much do you want to pay for it? How much do you want to sell it for? You have the expiration date. How long do you want to have this choice? And then the premium. This is where you have some control, but you don't. See, the premium is going to decide how much you're willing to pay for this choice. If I said, I want to buy Google at $4 a piece and I want to pay 5 cents for it, no one's taking the other side of that contract. They're not. No one's going to sell you Google for $4 a share for a nickel. They're just not going to do it. So when you're looking at these things online, when you see the premium, that's determined by what's a fair price for it. So if your options contract, that's it. So you know what an option is. Option is a choice. Same thing in finance. Is you want a choice, but you got to pay for it because it's finance. Everything costs something. Your options is short for an options contract. So you have your options contract. And all the contract does is it explains what it is you're paying for. Like, what choice do you want? You get to pick your underlying security, whether that's Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google, whatever. You can have an option on pretty much anything. You pick your directionality or the type of contract. You want to buy it, you want to sell it. You could technically go out to the market and say, I want to sell Google for $4 a share. Everyone's going to take that contract unless you want to charge like a stupid amount of money for it because you'd lose a bunch of money. Then you've got your strike price. How much do you want to buy or sell whatever it is you said you wanted, at what price? Then you have your expiration. How long is this contract going to last? It can't last forever. And then you have how much is this? How much are you willing to pay to have this option, or is how much are you willing to accept to give someone else's option? Now, if you don't understand options, if you've never traded them before, I strongly recommend that you first watch this video so you know what they are, and secondly, continue to look into what goes into them. See, there's a lot more nuances with options. We'll dive deeper into them. I might even do another video on the same topic, like really going into like the nitty-gritty of an options contract. But you need to understand them. So if you have an option, like let's say that you sell an option, you have Amazon, that'll be our security. You have your directionality, which is you're willing to sell it to someone at like $4 a share for the next 3 months, and someone will pay you $2 for it. You can put that contract out there. You're gonna lose a lot of money on it. But technically you can. That's how options work. Options is when you pay for the choice. Now, if you're buying the contract, you have one thing you'll see if you look this up is you have the right but not the obligation because you're paying for the choice. But if you're selling the choice, you're giving someone the right, and you become obligated to fulfill that. Options are a great tool. They can help you leverage your money, which we're going to do a video on leverage. They help you leverage your money, and it can help you get into stocks that are very expensive. But if you don't understand options, you should probably have a paper trading account. What's paper trading? It's a dummy account. If you want to know more about options, leave something in the comments below. And whatever question you guys have, I'll do my best to answer them. If there's a lot of responses and a lot of questions, we'll do a follow-up for you. I'll go into it more. But, the Sunday dinner videos is where we take a turn. We break it down in a simple conversation that everybody at the table can have. So someone asks, what's an option? Ask me, you're going to pay for a choice. That's it. That's all it is. Anyway, I'm Larry. It's been fun. I'll see y'all next week.